Hello everybody, and welcome. Welcome to Heart of a Hobbit here on the official Lotro Stream Twitch channel. I am your host, Little Redhead, and I will be taking you around the world of Middle Earth today here on the stream. So welcome to 2023. Yay! This is my first stream this year. So yeah, we're trying to figure out where do we want to go? What do we want to see today? We have just finished up the Yule Festival. That finished up yesterday, was the last full day. So it ended at 3 o'clock this morning. Server time, which is US Eastern time zone. So I live in the Netherlands, and so it is rather dark here, but we have a whole bunch of lights on. And I do have my little Yule village, part of my Yule village still out and about here with all its little lights and things going. So I figured the cat's not sitting there, I'll put my Yule village, so at least you have something interesting to look at on the chair. One of the cats is sleeping over here, and the other one, yeah, he's sleeping under the table on a chair over there. So he might come around later on. But all right, so here we are hanging out in one of the Shire homestead areas. Well, I'm a hunter, so let me put my find the path on, very important. So now we all run faster. Oh, another thing I can do is pop over here to one of my kinmates' houses, and I'll go ahead and grab these because it's been more than 22 hours since I last did that. So that gives me some of those universal ingredient crafting items. So for example, if I wanted to make this wizard's cloak of Theodred, I could use Kalinard leathers and a Westfold pattern from my guild and a cracked sigil. But if I was making it for somebody else, sure, that would make a lot of sense. But if I'm just making it for myself or one of my alts, I can use universal ingredient packs. It would take 10 of those packs, and it would be bound to my account on creation. It says there, right there in big orange letters, so you want to make sure you notice that. But yeah, it would only cost me 10 of those ingredient packs, and I would just make it straight up. And it's just the same as the regular. So you can pick, because that's a guild thing, I can pick from a handful there. But yeah, so that's kind of cool. And I just picked up 6 ingredient packs from this one and 3 ingredient packs from that one. So I just picked up 9. So yeah, all good stuff there. Hides. I am a forester. Yes, I can totally do that. It's also possible I have some on me. I have a request for some hides. And looks like I put away my storage. I have the I have a bunch of those crafting carryalls. Holds all my good stuff. All right, so let me pop over here to our house that has all of the crafting stations. And you need what? What you need? What you need? 3 glazed sturdy leathers. Okay. Well, let me see. Oh, you don't... No, don't do that. Hang on. Let me see if I already have them. Glazed, dirty leather. They'll just end up in my bag otherwise. Okay. There you go, and just give me back whatever you don't need.
I need all of it.
Oh, cool. We just said 3 of them.
Times 3.
So 9. So, all right, we're doing math on the side. Hobbit math. I think that was 16, so you have hopefully some extras. If not, I can make more. Like, ain't no problem. Because glazed, sturdy, what does that look like? Glazed, sturdy. It's one of these 2. There it is. Oh, I don't have much brush. Oh, because it comes off a brushed sturdy leather, that's why. All right, so, okay. So the festival just ended. So we are going to go and do something that is not festival, obviously, which is sad. Makes us all very sad. But missions are still fun. So we'll go do some missions, I think. Where are you off to?
On the map of my house.
So we have the So if you're going to do missions, there's a number of different places you can do missions. Like they're all over the world, you know, but most of them are dwarf related. Now there's the Further Adventures of Bilbo Baggins, and that's over in Rivendell to catch that. And then the Further Adventures of Elladan and Elrohir, that's also out of Rivendell that you catch that. But if you want to do like the Gablaka or the, I don't remember, the Marshmallow or whatever, they all have funky names. There we go. Then you can use this War of the Three Peaks map table. I think you have to be a subscriber in order to use the table, but it's free transit to get there. So if you are a subscriber, it's really handy. So we often just leave that out in the yard, in somebody's yard, because boom, right there, look at that. I'm in the war room of Anakarfu, and it is full of dwarves. Look at this place. It's just littered with dwarves. I mean, look at how many dwarves are hanging out here. There's a bunch of them. Apparently a couple of them I know, because that one's got a name, that one's got a name. But the majority of them I probably don't know. Oh, there you are. I was like, where's Affodil? Standing on the map. Hey, Affodil on the map. So Gloin over here has a quest. What does Gloin want from me?
I've shown your worth to our cause.
Oh, okay. I hit a new reputation level at some point, and okay, here we go. So he says, you have shown your worth to our cause. I grant you the rank of Fabaral of the Gablaka. Not sure if that's a good thing, or if I should like get a teach you or what. This is the highest rank I am able to give you as your commander. Oh, thank you for all you have done. Your efforts have significantly weakened the orc forces. Well, I would hope so. But we will not have won this war until Gorgar the Ruthless himself lies dead. You may be aware that Ozma has certain talents that will aid us in this endeavor. Report to her at once. All right, should I go ahead and do that? Do you want to do that? All right, we're going to do that. All right, so he wants me to go talk to Ozma. She's over here. She's this dwarf lady right here. All right, so mission, the marked target. All right, there you are. The time to cut the head off the snake has finally come. She whips out her dagger and mimes slicing off the head of an orc, cackling gleefully. Oh boy. The prince has given me permission to plan the assassination of our nemesis, Gorgar the Ruthless. Ooh. Without the son of Bolg, the orcs and their allies will quickly fall to infighting as they try to determine who next gets to be in charge. During the chaos, we can easily mop them up and take our prize, Gundabad. It's an old dwarven stronghold. But first, we need to find him. We will infiltrate this tower outside Gundabad's main gates, and she points to a tower on the map just outside the keep. We believe this is where they plan their troop deployments. If Gorgar intends to leave the mountain for any reason, they will deploy a number of guards to keep him safe, and he will leave at some point. If orcs are to be kept in line, they need to see their chieftain in the flesh from time to time. So he's got to go out and see the troops. He said, so she says, I bet if we snoop around this tower, we will learn when and where Gorgar will next appear. Let me know when you're ready to head out. Okay. Sounds good. You know what? And I am feeling a slight chill, so hang on. I'm gonna grab my scarf. It's got a piece of it that needs repair. I'm not exactly sure how to repair it, actually, as it comes down to it. So it's still sitting there waiting for repair, but I have it so it's no longer like falling apart. Okay, so we'll do a little scarf action to warm me up. All right, try to keep that off the microphone. There we go. Okay, so let us then, I want to look at the map. Where is she pointing at? Maybe she's pointing over here somewhere. Ozma, that is. All right, I think I'm ready to go, lady. Let's go. To win this, Gorgar the Ruthless must be defeated. First, he must be found. Mission is to infiltrate Bakar Zarak with Ozma and find his location. Twist, Lieutenant. The monster commander in this mission will attempt a brutal wounding attack. All right, well, we'll have to be careful of that. All right, so, yeah, give me some hope there. Let's eat some foods. Get ourselves all ready. You'll probably do some light attacks, so I will do light oil. Yeah, I've noticed that Affodil, as the minstrel here, does some attacks that are like damaging with light or buffing with light. So I have light oil on my stuff, so that way hopefully they combine nicely. That's how I read that. That's my reading of the whole thing. All right, so, okay, talk to Ozma. Do not allow the orcs to sound the alarm. All right, no alarms, no orc alarms. All right, Ozma, what do you think? She says, we made it in unseen. We should keep it that way. We are here to learn where Gorgar is heading next. And if he gets wind of us learning that information, he might change his plans. Fair enough. Stay close to me, and if we are seen, you must prevent the orcs from sounding the alarm. Okay, so follow her, and don't let them sound the alarm. Got it. We're to stay here and follow you. Oh, this one. Hey. Well, you're not very sneaky, Ozma. You just went, like, right up and woke that guy up. What the heck? Alright, I got the warg. Did we get the... Oh, yeah. It's nice. I would say Ozma is a little of the not stealthy variety. Yeah, right? Yeah. Okay, cool. We passed a whole room of them without alerting them. Good job. Now we've got this warg. Over here. Oh, and this warrior. Not anymore. Sweet. I'm gonna zoom out a little bit there. I was having trouble seeing who was doing what. I think these glowy things are the horns that they're trying to go off to, yeah. So we have to stop them from making it to those horns. You know, I don't think dwarves are meant to be very stealthy, so, you know, I can't blame her for her lack of stealthiness. You know, she's got to be who she is. She's not a hobbit, that's right. Moving out tomorrow. Need loyal guards to go south with Gorgar.
Gorgar's leaving a Barkmark? Why?
Why? Why is he leaving? Headed to Goblin Town. Emissaries keep failing or getting killed off. Okay. Fair enough. Going to go take control himself. Sounds good to me. I'll bet I'll get to knock some goblin heads together. Ha ha. Oakley, Oakley. Oh. I have to report back. Wait, who's that hiding back there? Uh-oh. Oh, we have to take them all out. Dwarf spies, kill them. The orcs have noticed you. Yes, I picked up on that. Oh yeah, open might and stuff. Well, I think that worked. Well, we learned what we needed to know, but that won't do. That one was important, and his death will be suspicious. I have an idea. If we stage this as a conflict between the two orcs, no one will ever know we were here. But we need some props. See if you can find any of that foul grog they drink. We can make this look like a tragic drinking accident. Okay.
I'll arrange these bodies.
All right, she'll arrange the bodies, and we'll find the props. Well, I see some black brew here. Oh, good. It's a fellowship, so the ones that we're each collecting count. Let's see. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I think there's some downstairs. How do we get down? Oh, down this way. That's not so bad, I suppose. Alright, so I've got 4. Just gotta make sure we're not seen by anybody we didn't take out on the previous time through here. Is there anybody in there? There's a bunch of people in there. I don't go in there yet. What about over here? Anything over here? What about over here? I don't want to go where there's a bunch of people. Oh, look at that. There's not a lot of people anymore. Convenient, that. Okay, that is 6. All right. Back up to Ozma. How did we get down here again? I think it's not that one. Oh. Yeah, that's what we're looking for. Stairs. Oh, maybe over here. Yeah. There we go. Well, that's convenient that attacking more orcs doesn't, like, have us fail the quest or anything like that. Alright, we got some drink. Here you go. She says, did you find some of that swill? Ugh, I can smell it from here. Hand it over. You hand her the bottles of black brew. She pours some into each of the dead orcs' mouths and scatters the bottles around the floor. It is a reasonably convincing setup. Good enough. Whatever fool finds these two will report that they got into a brawl after drinking too much. It happens all the time among orcs. We have the information we need, so let's return to command. And there's the orcs and stuff. Okay. Oh, a dwarf scout has arrived to escort you, which means there's probably a box? No, I see no box. Okay. Well done.
Let us return to
They might have changed that. Yeah, there used to be a box that you had to click on in order to get your coins, goodies, things, tokens. They do tokens. You collect tokens and then you can spend them with the quartermasters here, but I think I actually maxed out at some point, so it probably doesn't really matter anymore. At least not for me.
Oh, and this is one of the special.
You know now
This is one of the special ones, that's true. Alma greets you with a grin. We know now where Gorgar is headed next. Goblin Town. I'll prepare a plan of attack and have the scouts watch the Goblin Gate. When he arrives, we will strike. Alright, Gloin. She wants me to tell you what happened. He says, I have heard your mission was a success. Excellent work. When next I call upon you, it will be to enter Goblin Town with Ozma and defeat Gorgar the Ruthless. Prepare yourself. Okay. I will prepare myself. Okay, so now this week I've done, well, in general, I've done 28 missions, and I'm trying to get to 45, and that'll give me some stuff. And then every week you can do missions, and I'm at 12 out of 15. So kind of want to finish that off. But first I'll show you real quick where the quartermaster's right here for the stuff that I've been collecting. So I've got 435 of these Gablaka war marks. So what they have is cosmetic gear of that sort, which is very dwarfy. They have cosmetic pets, which I already have both of them. They're goats. They have cosmetic weapons, which are those, and I don't really use cosmetic weapons. They have mounts, which is that one, which I have. It's a battle goat. And they have housing decorations. So, like the War of the Three Peaks theme, Elder Slade landscape themes, some very dwarvy stuff, chair, table, bed, bench. The large map table is kind of cool, and the small map table. Speaking of housing decoration, if you ever want to know, because I'm just thinking right now, I don't remember exactly what that large map table looks like or what that small map table looks like. So if I were like, hey, I would like to know that before I purchase these things, what I would do is I would go to the Decodemio webpage, and that is a website where they have all of the Lord of the Rings Online housing items. It's like a huge database of all this stuff. So you could go in there and you just type in what you're looking for. Like I would type in large map table, or I might type in, Anak Corfu or whatever, and it would show me, or maybe I type in like this quartermaster, and it would show me all of the things that this quartermaster has, or it'll show me like anything that falls as a map table and whatnot. So that's a great way to go and see, because what Yao, who runs the website, does is he goes and gets pictures of the things when they come out, and takes pictures of them like in a Belfalas house, so it's all very clean and crisp background, so you can really get a good look at what are these various housing items before you buy them if you want. So that is a pretty cool thing. Oh, and maybe you can put the link in there if you have a second. Awesome, thank you. So we'll put the link in the chat for the Decodemio website. So just looking to see, let's see, pillar supported walls, overturned cart, a barricade, some more barricades. Let's see, it's 2 pages worth of stuff. Roast dinner plate, roast peg, shield. The shield is a housing decoration item. You stick it in the yard. Boar's afternoon. Yeah, I would have to, it's a wall. Dried wax on wood. Okay. Apparently it's some pictures that somebody painted. Okay, cool, yeah. So they were, hey, Megan, hey, glad to see you. Happy New Year to you as well. Oh, awesome, thank you. Before I then posted the link to the Decodemio website there. So if you ever want to know what a housing item looks like, you just pop over there. So I might check that later on, see if I want any of those tables. I do like map tables. I think map tables are fun. But I have to say that our kin house is currently very full of stuff. But it's probably very holiday, end of year, wintry themed. So at some point I should change that over. I like being able to change over and have different kind of looks, you know? It's fun. Okay, so one other thing that you can do in these missions here is they have there's a deed that I'm still working on. Let me find it. Be under probably instant, no. The war? No, skirmishes maybe? Rovanian for missions? Elder Slate. Okay, hang on a second. Aha! Okay, here we go. Elder Slate. So I am working on... Thank you. Yeah. Aha, here we go. Mission, War of the Three Peaks. So I'm currently working my way through these various tiers. And then this one is you have to do every single one of the named missions that exists. Does your tooltip? Oh, yeah. So these are all the missions that you could do in this area. And they come around in clumps. So every day, and we'll take a look. These two, Horan and Scoutmaster Ausma, are the two that have these missions that are in that list. And so like today, these are the 5 that Horan has, and today these are the 3 that Ausma has. And I think it's always 8, like it could be 3 and 5, 4 and 4, that kind of thing. So what you're working on doing then is working your way through every single one of those missions. So Elder Slade, missions, War of the Three Peaks. So you can see here's the list again, and the red means I've done it. So I have those 2 to do right there, and those 2 to do right there. And B4 says 2 of them are tomorrow and 3 of them are Wednesday. Well, I only think I have 4 left. 1, 2, 3, 4, unless I missed one. I have 76. I only have 4 left to go. Oh, how funny. I must have done one that before didn't do. I don't know how that happened. So, yeah. So every day they rotate to the next clump of them. So, like, today is... not... What is it? Today is day 10? Wait. Today is day 9. Okay, so today is day 9. And so these are the missions that you have on day 9. Apparently day 10 has a couple of them that we need, and day 7 has a couple we need. Tuesday, January 31st. You know today's January 3rd. So hopefully they'll be before then. If the schedule doesn't change, day 10 lines up with Tuesday, January 31st. Oh, if I want to do it on stream. We'll see. We'll see. I mean, what happens when I finish that huge, ridiculous list? I get some war marks. I get a couple of cloaks. I get Axe of the Goblaka, so I got a new title. 10,000 virtue experience. And increased reputation with March on Gundabad, which I'm not sure what I have on that one. So 10,000 virtue is really quite funny because, one, I'm on the Treebeard server, and so we have a lower level cap. Is this a new event? No. This is just the regular missions that are out there. So, you know, when you're like wandering around, you know, Bree or some other place, and you see these dwarves that are standing around and they're like, you should go do some missions and help us in the war effort. It's those guys. And so there's a couple of different war rooms that they might send you to. I'll tell you what, hang on a second. I will be right back. You can stay here. I'm going to pop over to Lalia's Market. I'll show you where they are. At least I know where 2 of them are. I know they're in more places than where I'm going right now. Oh, and in fact, the far-ranging stable master might also have these destinations, but I'll just show you what I know. Okay, so when I'm doing so let me relate this to something Hobbity, because that's how my mind works. So when I'm doing the in-league and the L association, when you do those things where you run all over the place and you do a drink here and then you run to the next one, you do a drink here, you run to the next one. Okay, so when you're doing that, actually, maybe I want to be down at the next one. Oh, this would have worked. Okay, let me just turn around and change my mind 3 times. Okay, so we'll go past the Scholar's Stare. I am a hunter. The question is from Easy Presso Gamer. I read that as Espresso. Or espresso. How do you travel so fast? Are you a hunter? I am a hunter. Also, I have this plugin that I use called Travel Window, and it has all of my travel skills in one place for me. And you can sort them, and I have done so. So I know pretty well where to find all my travel skills. So I have them listed kind of like from lowest level group travel, because as a hunter I can take my whole fellowship with me places. So this is my lowest level, like Mickle Delving, No Bottle, which is in Yondershire, Bree, and then moving on all the way through where we are right now in our questing, which is Galtrev out in Dunland. So that's the highest level one that I have that I can take my group. And then I've set my fireplace to there, return to camp. And then I have my personal milestones and travel skills. So those are the ones that I can't take people with me. So I have those listed below because they're less important to me usually than me taking people with me. So that's how I was able to get that travel. And travel to Lalia's Market is a travel skill that I went and purchased. Return to Lalia's Market. It is just a one-person travel. Let's take a character specific, but it only costs 3 mithril coins, and it takes you to Lalia's Market in the center of Bree. And I think it's like you can get it as low level as like level 5 or something. Like you can buy it really early, so it's fantastic for getting you over to Bree. It's a great extra Bree travel skill. So okay, so I'm in the middle of town over here by this fountain. Well, I guess it's actually a statue, isn't it? I don't see a fountain anywhere. Yeah, we're gonna say statue. So when you're doing the the Ale Association drinking challenge that runs you around Bree, there's the final table that you check in is right here. So that's why I'm like, these guys are right here. Espresso Gamer says, back in the day when you played back in the day when traveling rations were required. Yes, those are irrelevant now. That is true. They are irrelevant now. Traveling rations, thankfully, have gone away. So yeah, you can just travel. It costs you part of your, not mana, not morale, the blue stuff. Power. It costs you power. Yes, hunters have figured out how to travel, which is normal food. But it doesn't, it just costs you power, but basically you probably have like pretty decent power regeneration in general. Like for example, my power is 3,500 anyway, and regeneration when I'm not in combat is 14,000 points per minute when I'm not in combat. And to travel to take my group, it takes 107 power. So it's nothing. It's really nothing. Like I've never been in a situation that I can think of where I was trying to travel and I couldn't because I didn't have the power to do it. You know what I mean? Because you can't do a lot of it in combat anyway. So if I'm in combat, I'm probably not traveling. And if I'm not in combat, then I'm regenerating my power and I have plenty of power to travel. So it works out pretty well. Okay, we were talking about the missions. So these guys, see, notice they have 1, 2, 3, 4 different locations I could go to. And each of those locations, you'll find somebody or a pair of somebodies who are there to give you missions that you can go on and go do for fun. It's just for fun. It gives you, like, there's some goodies you can get. It gives you experience. Various things like that. Yeah, that's not even counting the new missions in Swampfleet and Carland. So the new expansion, Before the Shadow, Swanfleet and Cardolan are two large areas there. Those areas have new missions. And then the continuing adventures, as I mentioned earlier, so the continuing adventures of Elrohir and Eladan, and also the continuing adventures of Bilbo Baggins, those are both found. You start those in not Lothlorien, the other one, Last Homely House, Rivendell. You start those in Rivendell. But the three dwarfy ones and Trestlebridge, one of these things is not like the others, you can get to by finding one of these dwarfy guys standing around the mission recruiter. And so I was just in the Anak Kerfu war room, so I could use this guy's travel from here, and it cost me, a coin, a silva. And now I am in that war room that I was just in a few minutes ago. But that's one way you can get there. And then let's say I was like, oh, this isn't where I meant to be. I wanted to be in Akraz Zakur. What was I thinking? How did I get those mixed up? What was I thinking? I want to be in this claustrophobic place. This one really does feel very claustrophobic to me. Like, holy moly, just like the walls are closing in on me and stuff. So this guy has some different missions, and see, he's like got all of them. You don't have to talk to multiple people here. But I was like, so maybe I get here and I'm like, nope, that wasn't it. Let's try again. Hey, stable master, what do you know? So Anak Kerfu, that was the first one we went to. Arak Zahar, that's where I am. Why would you send me here again? Steep Set Gundabad. So here's the funny thing, is because these are inside war rooms and because these are all about missions, I can pop in and out of these, even though these are like 130 level areas outside. But inside, I'm fine. Like, no problemo. So here we go. Horan's got missions. Oh, hey, there's Ozma again that we were just talking to back in the other war room. But now I'm like, nope, this definitely wasn't the place I meant to be either. Let me come back over to the stable master. Maybe it was Trestlebridge. I'm like, it's a bit foggy here. I think things are on fire, yo. Now, if you come to Trestlebridge, I like the ones in Trestlebridge too, actually. The Wildwood missions, and here you've got Radville, and she's got all of the ones here. It's not split between multiple people here either. But, what?
The very last one out this is super important.
Missions of the Wildwood Weekly. Oh, yeah.
That's the wrapper.
That's the wrapper, which we have forgotten to get, and then we did all the missions, and then we're like, oh, look, there's this thing at the bottom. Oh, it's the wrapper for the things we just did. So I'm going to pick that up now, so I don't forget, in case we come back. Anyway, I don't want to be here. I want to go back to Anak Kerfu. And it says war room, so that's helpful. So Anak Kerfu is war room. Erebor's Azak Zahar, Arkaz Zahar is in Erebor. Gundabad is Deep Set, so it's Gundabad. And then North Downs is Trestlebridge over in the West Alley. So we're going to go back to the war room in Eldersleed. So there we go. So there's the full circuit, if you were curious about those. It's very confusing to me at first because they just kept adding these on roughly around the same time, and I wasn't doing War of the Three Peaks content, so all of this doesn't make any sense to me at all. Like, it's a bunch of dwarves who are mad about another mountain. I know that that's kind of like, oh, you're Affadil the Brilliant. Cute! Using an old title, whichever. Anyway, in this particular location, the dwarves are mad about Gundabad, I think, which is a mountain around here. Apparently we're here, North Ravanian, like by the Grey Mountains near Erebor, where we had Dale and, you know, all of that. Let me keep going out then. Nope, back in. Elderslade? Did I go in or out too far?
Press escape.
We're going to start over. Yeah. and then zoom out.
Click on it.
So we're here. Ah, 2 Elder Slade. The Gates of Gundabad. There we go. So I think, yeah, they had Gundabad, they lost Gundabad, they want it back. All sorts of stuff going on there. And that's, okay. So this map we're standing, okay, so this map, here, let me move this out the way. I'm going to show you some trickery here. This map, so here's Anat Karfu, where we're at doing these missions from. And then here's the Gates of Gundabad that we keep sneaking our way over to and doing stuff. Okay, so memorize this look. Big lake in the middle, thingy here, water trickling off to the, zooming off to the sides, right? Okay, check this out. Did I do it upside down? Nope. Wait, I gotta get off you. There we go, look at that. Here we are. So we're down here. There's the gates that we keep going, sneaking up to. And here's all the water. You're a mer hobbit, you're in the water. That's awesome. And then like, yeah, so there's the water that trickles off to the sides. Ta-da! So they have this big map, table made of the map, that shows where that's where we are, and this is what we're doing, is we're trying to help them retake the Gates of Gundabad and the mountain, go into the mountain itself. And this is part of that war that's happening about the 3 peaks, because there's 3 peaks, and I think Gundabad is one of them. So that's what's going on up here. But hey, we're gonna go do another mission for these folks because I want to at least complete my weekly wrapper, because that'd be nice. All right, so we're gonna go and find some abandoned supplies and talk to Elof. I gotta go talk to Elof. Hang on. But this guy has a new mission. Passing by some abandoned ruins, they notice some supplies. We should go back and get them. Okay. Let me talk to Elof though. Elof wants me to do March on Gundabad, missions for the cause. Complete 3 missions. I can do that. And then he also says, hey, also do 4. Okay. Sure, my friend. Whatever makes you happy. All right. Let's see this. So each of the missions has a twist to kind of keep it spicy. So this one's twist is raging, which means the monsters in this mission will enrage at low morale, gaining attack strength and attack speed. Bum, bum, bum. Okay. Now, to be fair, we haven't. Oh, that's funny. It says you have entered a restricted area. It says that every time. It's really funny because, like I mentioned, we are in an area that is well beyond our level. We're level 71. And Gundabad area is like 130 or some such. So it's like, you don't belong here. We're like, yeah, we know, but we're doing some dwarves a favor, so you know, don't mind us. We're not really here. We're kind of here, but not really here. Oh, I think my sparkly stuff ran out. There we go. My lights, my shiny light oil had run out. All right, we're good. We're back. So I hope that little tour, Megan, was helpful because it's taken me a while to kind of get the handle on where to find all these things and how, like, what the heck is even going on. Because, like I said, they introduced 2 or 3 of the dwarfy things, like, all in a row. And you may have noticed, but the dwarf stuff doesn't really stick with me as well as hobbity stuff. And so it was just like, well, we're doing this thing for dwarves, but now we're doing something for dwarves, but it's not the same thing as the other thing for dwarves. And are these near each other, or are these far from each other? Like, are these the same time frame, or is this something different? I still don't 100% have a handle on it, so I know you'll be shocked to hear that. But yeah, still not quite sure what the dwarves are on about. But their home, mountains, don't have their home anymore. Need to help them get back into the home in the mountains. I could get along with that. You know, like Bilbo in, well, okay, like Bilbo in the Hobbit movie. It's been so long since I've read The Hobbit, I don't actually recall what he says to the dwarves. But I was rewatching, why was I rewatching that scene? Oh, We were at a friend's house and it was on. The Hobbit was. What? What are we doing here? Yeah, okay. The Hobbit movie was on, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, that scene came up where Bilbo is like hiding, you know, he's got the ring on. And so he's hidden, and the dwarves are like, they've just come out of Goblin Town, and what's his name? Yeah, Thorin Oakenshield, Hottie McHotface was like, "Where's our Hobbit? He's run off." And they're all like, "No, is he?" And Gandalf's like, "No, you lost the Hobbit? What the heck, dude?" I'm paraphrasing somewhat. And then Bilbo's all, "What you talking about? I'm right here. I didn't leave you." But then he actually does a really cool little speech about how, like, yeah, I would absolutely love to go home. Are you kidding me? This whole adventuring business is for the birds. But you all don't have a home. It was taken from you by Smaug the dragon, or other dragons. And, and that's a bummer. And so rather than go to my happy little hobbit hole, I will help you reclaim your home, because that seems like a nice thing to do. So that scene. So I thought that was nice. I know a lot of people have very strong opinions about the Hobbit movies, the recent ones, the trilogy. That should have been 2 at the most. Hang on, let me gather my marks. Which one do you want to do? You want to do Jaws of the Dead?
Yeah, we can do them all.
Okay, we're just going to do them all. All right, this one is, let's see. The scouts have returned. There are wargs, and the wargs are devouring those unlucky enough to cross their paths. They also keep grisly trophies. Ugh. In the dark passages. It's an insult to the slain. I won't allow it to stand. So we're going to go destroy the trophies. Okay. Well, we can do that. This mission is shared corruption. Monsters in this mission will apply a corruption buff to nearby allies. So we wanted to make sure that's that. Oh, cool. Megan says, "Yeah, thanks. Awesome." Yes, there's so much to learn. You're just a lowly level 30. That is okay. I mean, this is not my first character. And my first character, man, there was so much to learn. Like, yeah, trying to figure out how to do all these things and how do these things connect and how are things related. It took me a little while. I feel a lot more like knowledgeable about who and what and all these details than I did when I first started playing, which was like 4 years ago. My Lotro anniversary should be, I think, around the end of this month. Or is it in February? Oh no, my stream anniversary is coming up. Oops, you got that. That's right, I've got 2 big streaming anniversaries. It was early. I think it was January, like end of January, beginning of February was when we first started playing, or when you came back to playing. So, yeah, so my stream, and then I started streaming almost 2 years ago. That is in February, that anniversary. And then, like, on the stream team. And then I have almost 100 streams in the list on the Lotro channel. So I'll hit 100 probably in the next month or so. So gonna try and celebrate all these anniversaries, right? Got all sorts of anniversaries going on. It's pretty awesome. Yeah. So Megan, absolutely, there's so much to learn. I completely understand that. So ask questions anytime. Like, if you are even like, wait, how did you just do that? Feel free to ask. I may have to rewind my brain a little bit to remember what it was I just did. But that's what we're here for, right? Is like, well, that's what I'm here for. Is like, I've figured these things out through the help of others. Absolutely. there's lots of people who have like contributed their knowledge to add to my knowledge. All right, so what are we doing? Oh, there's a beast. He's been terrorizing those on the southern path. Find and defeat the great hunting cat that terrorizes Mist Hollow. Mist Hollow, that's a cute name. The twist is surprise attack. You may be ambushed after completing your objective. Oh, that could be interesting. So be prepared at the end. Something might happen. All right.
So, do you have any sense of problem?
Oh, sure. Let me take a look. What do we think Frolinoth is? Oh, we think it's a cat, so it's a beast. Yeah, let me finish nomming this food, and I will do a search for animals. Not yet. I smell nothing on the wind. That's some of our... We try to, like, come up with, you know, in-world reasons of, you know, why does my hunter know where to find things? It's like, maybe I smell it on the wind, or, you know, I recognize these tracks on the ground. You know, we kind of play around with that a little bit. But after these two, maybe I will take another look. You can't do it while you're in combat. All right, so let's see if there's another beastie. Now, it could be like a dark whatever. Nope, just got Anduin hunters. It could be a evil, ancient evil. Oh, that's true, and it might not spawn until we get to a specific spot or until we've taken out, you know, like all these little ads in here. All the extra hunters that are about in the area. Oh, there's another one. Yeah. Oh, I just saw the, like 6 of those. They weren't there when we first came in, though. There was nothing when we first came in. That doesn't look like the right way. Okay, I can take another look here. I can't do it while I'm moving, so I often try to find a place to stand still and take a look. We have one more hunter left. There we go. Let's track that one. So we'll head that way. Now the cool thing as a hunter is after a certain level, so first thing that I do is I get this tracking ability, and then I can see it on the map, and it gives me that arrow, but my party cannot. But then after a certain level, it gets to a point where the party can see it on the map, and that's really convenient. Yes, what do your hobbit eyes see? Well, not a lot, because this stuff's pretty tall around here. Let's get up on this rock. Maybe we can see something else. All right, I'll take a look for a creature. Oh, yes. Down south. Yeah. Excellent. And so, yeah, so now, whoa. She's able to see my dot on her radar, too. All right, I'm going to, oops, burn hot. And we'll do a little bit of Heartseeker. Boom. Oh, that was like half of its health. That was excellent. Love it. An even larger beast descends upon you for the kill. Oh no. So we're still in combat, so I'm not able to hide myself. Because the reason I do that isn't just for kicks. It also gives me a bonus to my shots. Yay! Mission complete. Oh, right behind me. Hello, dwarf. Dwarfy dwarf. This is good luck. Let us return and report your success. Well, if you'd stop running away from me. All right. So, yes, I don't have a good, strong sense of which dwarf is which and why and what they're trying to accomplish. But, hey, I know they have this, like, habit of getting homes in the mountains and then losing those homes in the mountains to like bad creatures and whatnot. So we can help out with that. I'm down with that. Just like Bilbo. He's like, all right, well done. To think there was not one but 2 terrible beasts in the Mist Hollow. Hopefully there were only 2 and no more. I'll bet if we go back in 10 days, they'll be there again. All right, so I have finished On a Mission Weekly. You have completed many missions and done much to aid the peoples of Middle-earth. So I get to choose, so I'm going to get these top 3 rewards. I'm going to get some motes and some virtue XP and some enhancement runes. But then I get to choose, do I want bonus crafting materials, legendary item stuff, or character boosts. I think the character boosts are the ones that have reputation or something? Accelerators?
Character has, yeah, reputation accelerator and virtue experience.
Sweet, we'll just grab that. So let's take a look. So I got this box of character boosts. Let's open it up. So I've got some 1000 virtue XP, a small reputation acceleration tome. That's what I was looking forward to, because it gives you a reputation bonus. So like on your reputation panel, if I were to consume that, it would fill like this purple, it would fill this in at the bottom with purple, as far as it would go. And then as I gain reputation, it chews into that and gives me like, you know, double the bonus. So that's handy to have when you're trying to do that. Essence Reclamation Skull and Tome of Extraordinary Experience. That was handy because I was trying to get to level 71. Oh, I should reforge my legendaries. But there was another reason I wanted to go to 71. Maybe it was just the legendaries. I don't need to rename you. I'm very happy with that name. Thank you. And that will do just fine. Thank you. Okay. What was the reason? We can get to 75 on this server. So as you level up, your trait tree panel, this thing, so you know how you have the 3 tabs on the side? The one on the bottom here is your virtues. And your virtue maximum is half of your level rounded down. So right now I'm level 71. So half of that is like 35 and a half, whatever. So it rounds down to 35. So the maximum virtue I can have, amount of virtue, the highest level I can get to on any of my virtues is level 35 right now. So you can see I'm like 32 of 35, 32, 32, 32, etc. So I'm working on filling these in at the moment. Oh, that one's actually maxed out. Let's work on that one. Maybe I already was. So that's why earlier when I was like, this is going to give me 10,000 virtue experience. There's a part of me that's like, when I complete that, it would be really nice to have like some space for it to go into. So hopefully it'll go well when that happens. We'll find out. So anyway, so that's likely to happen when we finish those. So tomorrow's day 10, and then we have to wait another 7 days for the next one after that. So. All right, so Elof, though, we've done 3. So he says, we wish to thank you for your hard work towards the war effort. Your good deeds shall help secure our foothold into Gundabad itself. Yay! So, and then the funny thing is, I don't actually pay that close attention to those moats and stuff, but now I'm at 7,000. I actually maxed out on moats of enchantment and not figments of splendor. The other, what's the orange one? Mandarins of Enlightenment. No, that's not what it is.
No, that's most of enchantments, sorry.
Let's see. I know if like, oh here they are, currency. Embers of Enchantment. Oh, I was actually kind of close. Not eggplants, embers. So Embers of Enchantment, Figments of Splendor, Motes of Enchantment. So the motes and the figments are used generally for like buying armor or something. I don't know. It's some like end game level stuff, and so I really don't pay that close of attention to it. But you can trade those in for Figments of Splendor, and Figments of Splendor you can use to buy cosmetic pets and cosmetic and mounts. Not cosmetic mounts, like actual mounts you can use. So I try to pay attention to how many Figments of Splendor I have, because I don't want to go over and miss out. So yeah, so Megan says, I'm learning a lot about Lord of the Rings lore. Lots of new little mobs in the game I didn't know existed in the universe. Yeah, it's really interesting because I think one of the cool things that the developers have done is they're looking for things in the lore that make sense, that would be causing problems in these various areas, right? So yeah, so like before it says Lord of the Rings Online, the game definitely fleshes out the world of Lord of the Rings. They try very hard. They seem to try very hard to stick to the lore, but sometimes you wonder if they just made something up. So like spiders are a thing in parts of the Shire, but that kind of makes sense because Bilbo and Frodo, right, both have like a thing that happens with spiders. But so the wargs coming into the Shire, if you think about it, so the time frame that is happening when in Lord of the Rings Online, one of the things that they do, which I find really interesting, is where you are in the game geographically also connects to where you are in time. So for example, when you're in the Shire, the hobbits have just left the Shire and headed over, like they're on their way to Bree and whatnot. And then like when you get into Buckland, the riders have just come through and attacked the house in Crickhollow, and and the hobbits have already run off to the Prancing Pony. So where you are in the game geographically is very much connected to where are you in time. So in the time of the Shire, it's pretty early on in like the Fellowship of the Rings, right? The hobbits, and the hobbits have just left the Shire at that point, at this point in the game. But there is already hints in the books that Saruman has been putting some tendrils over into the Shire. Like the fact that he has pipeweed in Isengard that came from the Shire. You're like, hang on, like, so he's obviously got dealings with somebody over in the Shire at this point. So the fact that like Lotho Sackville Baggins is starting to cause trouble makes a lot of sense. And they played with that a lot when they did Yondershire, because Lotho is, feeling kind of big in his britches, and he's like taken over, or trying to. And so he's got like his band of ruffians, and he's got the menfolk that are coming in, actual brigands, and working with him. He thinks he's in control of them, but really Saruman is pulling all the strings here. So it kind of shows that there would be more brigands coming into the Shire because they're being emboldened by the stuff that Saruman is doing, like his dealings with Bill Ferny and that kind of crowd. They're getting more and more bold and encroaching more and more on the Shire. So that makes sense from like a lore perspective, and then we get to see that playing out in the game. And then also apparently there was 2 really bad winters, and I didn't realize that. I thought there was just the one, but there was like the really bad winter where a lot of the hobbits and people starved. But then like a generation or so later, I think, there was another bad winter where it wasn't quite so bad, but the Brandywine froze. And that's when the wolves and the wargs, maybe one or maybe both, came across the Brandywine and were seen in the Shire. And so that's why sometimes you have hobbits that are like, what? That hasn't happened since we saw wolves in the Shire. Or people will be like, what? Wolves in the Shire? That's impossible. That's such long ago history. We don't have wolves in the Shire. That kind of thing. And so by them in the game bringing in wolves to the Shire as one of the bad guys that we fight against, there's that connection back to the lore that the last time something bad happened when the Brandywine froze, we had wolves in the Shire. Saruman's on the rise, we have wolves in the Shire. So, it's like I see how they're making those connections, and I find that really, really fun to play with, to pay attention to. So, and there's like, it's little Easter eggs like that in a way, almost. And also, if you want to talk Easter eggs though, like there's the one, when you're early in the Fellowship, when it's just Sam and Frodo, and they are spotted by a fox in the Shire, and the fox is like, 2 hobbits out and about, what would they be doing at this? Why are they not at their homes? And, that kind of thing. He's like kind of musing to himself, and then he wanders off. You run across a fox in the Shire in the game, like right in that same area where they would have been camping. It's very cute. Hang on, I'll pull up the map. So if you go to, let's see, Eriador, the Shire. So down here by Woodhall, like right about in here, there's the fox, because that's where that tree would be that Sam said was a good tree for them to sleep under and stuff like that. So that's where there's a fox in the game. It just says fox. Like, it's cute because you're like, oh, I know who that is. So that's kind of fun. So yes, it is really interesting. I find it a lot of fun to, like, I'll go back and I'll be listening to the books, and then wherever I'm playing in the game, I'm like, oh, okay, I see this. You know, like you start to see those connections deeper and deeper. Also, it's a lot of fun. Sometimes I will go and listen to a Tolkien professor who streams here also on, he streams here on Fridays at 1 o'clock Eastern time, Eastern US time. And he did a series, or is still doing a series, Exploring Lord of the Rings, I think is the title of it. And basically he's going like chapter by chapter in the books, and then looking in Lord of the Rings online to see where the things that we've just read, you know, it's like a 1 hour stream. So like, yeah, spending like an hour looking at a chapter in the book, and then going out into, Lotro and seeing where those things are, how they're portrayed in the game. And that's been also really interesting to see, because he has a lot more of this in his mind all at once. For me, I'm like, I just see pieces here and there, right? Oh my goodness. Sorry about that. I have my sleeping is all wonky. Yeah, so anyway, let's go ahead and do the Chieftain's Pack. The next mission. Okay, so the next mission is Shathur Munzu, the abandoned fort in Duskenvale, had been quiet since the departure of the Warg chieftain, but the scouts now report they have seen Wargs hiding in the forest nearby. We can't allow the Wargs to regain a foothold to the south. So, I need you to enter that foul den and clear them out. Okay, let's do it. So, mission, the Chieftain's Pack. So, the twist here is shared corruption. Monsters in the mission will apply a corruption buff to nearby allies. That makes sense. Wolves, packs, stuff like that. Megan says, yeah, I loved his YouTube videos. Yeah, they are pretty neat. I enjoy them also. Yeah, probably should refood up. I'm going to have to go grab some new food at some point. So, Affadil here has a house in our neighborhood. We took over a neighborhood in the Shire on this server. And it's pretty awesome. Affadil, they're too far away? What? No, he's not. There we go. So Affadil keeps food for the kinship in that house. And then we have crafting materials in the kin hall, and I think another house we have the maps that you can click on for a deed, and yeah. So it's kind of cool that we just use different houses around the neighborhood for different things. That's fun. Cool. Apparently we have to take out these wargs so they don't come back, but there's also some other nasty folks around here that we should, clear out of the way. Oop, that warg just snuck up on you. He was hiding behind the wall waiting for you. Oh, we have a pack. Yo. Alright, well, let's talk to Horan. So we don't have to worry about those. But we can. I think that one got confused. There we go. Nice. Alright, Horan. A dwarf scout has arrived to escort you to the war front. Yeah.
Not take out the words.
Yeah, fair enough. Where is it? Where's our dwarf scout? Oh, you're following me now. Okay. I don't actually remember how we get back. Usually, okay, so they changed this so you didn't have to go back to the beginning anymore. Usually the scout would find you, but I don't see him on the map at all. Hang on, let me filter, clear all, select all. Let's see if he shows up. Nope, still no. All right, dude, where are you? Was it F12? Oh, wait, I see him. It's way over this way. Oh. All right, let us return and report your success to Horan. All right, let's do it. So, what did anybody do for end of the year? Anything fun? Oh, hang on, he still thinks I'm asleep. He's still waiting for me to finish up with the... I have to write my report, you know. There we go. He's ready to receive it. All right. Well done. Though the great prize of Gundabad stands in front of us, we must remember to also protect our rear. Makes sense. That seems reasonable. All right. And how about the worm hatchery? All right. New mission for you. We have found a den of worms within the mountains. What's left of Scathras, foul brood, lay their eggs and raise their young there. I ask that you infiltrate their lair and destroy their eggs before more can hatch. For the Zelruka! Okay. Sure, my friend. And the twist here, sacrificial. At low health, monsters in this mission will attempt to end their own life to damage and apply a fear effect to those nearby. That sounds exciting. I like it. I'm thinking... So I use Titan bar, and I think I may end up putting Embers of Enchantment on my tool on Titan bar, so I can start keeping track of when those get really high, and the Motes of Enchantment too, I think. Alright, save that. Awesome. Because I don't want to, I did that before where I ended up also going over on that, and I lost some, I think. Which, I mean, it's not that big of a deal, I suppose, because it's not like I'm buying a bunch of stuff, but still it's sad when you lose, you know, lose some currency, like, you know, it's a bummer. Okay, so we got some little dragons and hatchlings and whatnot. So we are destroying the eggs that are in here. I assume we're getting group credit for that. I think so. We're egg-terminating them. Eggs-terminate. I might do this and this. I think you and I did it at the same time, perhaps, because that thing went down fast. Oh, well, then. Aw, nice. Apparently that was all me. She was shooting a different one at that time. We just need to find our way back to the beginning. Oh, I guess that one respawned, maybe. Or followed us in. I don't know. Hey, Dwarf Scout. All right, let's go back and report our success. Yay, success. All right, so I notice sometimes when you have two people, because you can do missions solo or duo, and the duo missions, it seems like it takes a little bit longer to kind of transition that from being in the mission to being out of the mission and then ready for you, as an example. Okay, well that completes everything that Horan wants from us today. See, he's got a little hourglass over his head, just like Elof over there. So now we can talk, we could always just have transitioned to Ozma. So we're going to do that. So we'll start with the Idols of Corruption. All right. She says, do you know of the Tarogrim? No, I know the Muffin Man. She says they are fearsome wood trolls native to Mirkwood, or Aaron Lasgallon as the elves have renamed it. My scouts have seen some peculiar activity among the trees in Mist Hollow. They have seen the Tarogrim corrupting the Hurons into foul monstrosities and then worshipping them as idols to some dark deity. I don't like this. That's fair. Who knows what evil plans they have for these corrupted Hurons. I task you with entering Grazdach Gropor and defeating them. Okie dokie. We can do that. Let's see, this twist is crushing. Some monsters in this mission will attempt a crushing attack, wounding and stunning when anyone hit. So as you may have noticed, they have these twists, but the pair of us are a good idle corruption. Sounds like Hobbit bias to me. What was that? Idleness is next to hobbitness. Hobbitness. Cute. So yeah, so we've been taking these things out fast enough that their twists haven't seemed to have affected us dramatically. I mean, I lost some health that last one. I noticed that, but not too bad, right? That's been going pretty good. Oop. Let me get out of that. We're playing on accelerated difficulty. We're playing on deadly difficulty, so the monsters are potentially a little harder to hit than if it was on just regular, and also occasionally the Eye of Sauron is upon us, and the enemies notice us and throw blasts of fire at us. So that sometimes you'll see like a box on the ground, and we are attempting to get out of it very quickly. Hey, I just leveled up to 72. What's that? Well, I think I'm going to go ahead and just keep leveling up because I wanted to get that extra room for my traits. Yeah, so I don't think I'm going to shy away from leveling up to 75. What we've been doing on Treebeard is, because it's a slow progression server, we've been taking our time and we're doing like all the quests. But the quests that we're doing right now are like, well, level 68 and level 72 now, so a little over. But okay, yeah, some of the other places we're going to, are Carriglin and Dunland, yeah, level 71. The epic that we're on right now is level 68. Bone Vale 66. We gotta go back to the Bone Vales. So, yeah, I'm not too far out of the realm of where I need to go. Or to be. So. Corrupted Horn. There you go. I have found one, because I know we still need more of those things. It is off to our left. Oops. Cool. It is really handy being a hunter, because being able to just kind of be like, we're looking for something and it's over here. That is nice. Oh, it's coming this way. Yeah, so let's see, for the last week of last year, we got to try a Dutch activity called Gourmetta, where it's basically like Scrunchy says, my dress is hilarious when you run. Why, thank you. I think it's fun that she's like, you know, all fancied out while she's running around in the woods and, you know, using my bow and arrow to shoot at things and whatnot. Here I am wearing this big fancy dress. And did you notice like the sleeves are too long? So, so like the hands are kind of, you know, barely hanging out and stuff. It's pretty funny. So yes, I find it very amusing. Wow, you just went and got a whole bunch of things. We don't need any of these. We're good to go. I mean, you know. Before says, why do you hate task items? So, and Skrunky says, you don't have to worry about getting the bloodstains out. Right, it kind of matches the outfit a little bit. And, well, when I get up in close combat, you know, it's still, it matches. It blends in. So, and yeah, try and fire a bow for real with long sleeves. No, exactly. Right, that's why I think it's so funny, because like these giant sleeves, and it's just like, and yeah, there's no problem. But I don't remember. I don't think it was this way. It was maybe north. Oh, that's true. We can just right click and leave. We're gonna just do that. And I don't think there's a problem with that. But yeah, I really enjoy putting fun outfits on my characters. I actually have, hang on a second. So this is her traveling cap, though, you see. So she's actually outfitted as if she's going out and about. This was my deep diving into Moria outfit because you got to stay warm, and got to have a hat to cover. Also, I really love this hat. It's a goodies hat, and it's got the pipe sticking out the back. I may have to put that hat back on actually because that's such a good hat. There's an outfit I put together for Halloween. And let's see, that was last winter's outfit. This is a good fall outfit. Oh, that was another good adventuring outfit. Where's the one I'm thinking of, though? There it is. See, this was my big time adventuring outfit because she's got her pan, she's got her mug. Every Hobbit needs a good mug. But look, she's got all of her stuff kitted out on her little backpack, right? She's good to go. This is like big time adventurer outfit. But she's been enjoying the festivals and dressing up a little bit more, so we've kind of shifted away from adventuring outfits and more into, partying outfits. So, and B4 points out that, yes, of course, for a Hobbit, all the sleeves are long. Actually, yours isn't too bad, though. It just comes down, it's tapered at the wrist, so it seems to work out pretty good there.
Yeah, but it's just like shoulder puffs on a human.
Yeah, like little puffs on a human versus on a Hobbit. Actually, that's a good point. Let me see. This one, the sleeves come down. Yeah, this comes down to that's not bad. Oh, that one's short sleeve, so it doesn't count. But yeah, look at that one. The sleeves, again, like totally in the way of an actual bow and arrow. And same thing there. Oh, here we're wearing mittens, so very effective with the bow and arrow, let me tell you, and the pretzel. This one's another kind of shortish sleeve, tapered, so that one doesn't, get in the way too much. And then that dress, I love. There's like kind of this dress is so good. It dyes up so well. Did you notice that this dress right here in orange, that's this same dress here in, what did they do? It wasn't gray. It might have been gray. Or a blue. Yeah, it's the same dress. So I just love the fact that it has so many different looks. Now that one, these two are different. That's the one that is actually the Harvest Festival one. And then, what's that one called? The Vestments of the something. Vestments of the Autumn Sage. And then this one was that's Arwen's dinner dress. So that's from the Midsummer Festival, from the wedding stuff. That's what that one is. Now the shoulder pads are actually Bjorning ones. And the cap is a found one that's Bane Grab. It's like early on, it's Eriador somewhere. It's a drop. But I like this one too because like it's got like you can't really tell. It's got like little stars and moon and stuff on it. So that one's cute too. So anyway, yes. Cool cap. Thank you. I do think it's a good adventuring cap. Like it definitely has this look like I've just shoved all my hair in there and we're ready to go, right? Like, yeah. Time to go adventuring. Bum, bum, bum. Yes, reminds you of your Army Days backpacks weighing more than you do. This is Scrunky. Yes, that other backpack is a lot of fun, though. It definitely looks like she's ready to go, right? So, as a brawler, you could do a KO with your sleeves. I do have a brawler character. I've been playing with her a little bit more recently, but I definitely play with my hunter, with Rosenbloom here, more than... I like playing a hunter, is really what it comes down to. So, all right, well, we could do the next mission, which is Invasion at the Red Horn Pass. So this one is, well, hey, Casper's up and about. I don't think you can see him. He's getting a bite to eat over there. Oh, yeah, there he is. There he is. Yeah, we'll see if he comes over. Yeah, maybe we can move. So I had my little village out. Let me show you real quick. So I have my little Christmas village out with all of its cute little lights. And I think I knocked something over when I picked it up. There it is. So I wanted to show that to you all before I put it away. But I had it on the chair. Okay, I had it on the chair next to me. So the cat could, since the cat wasn't here, he's off sleeping elsewhere. I thought, well, he's not going to be here. He wanders off. He's going to get a drink of water. We have a little water fountain for the cats back over there, next to the cat tree that they have over there. Yes, we enjoy our cats. All right, so let's see. Invasion at the Red Horn Pass. So the scouts have sent urgent word from Kidzul Kala. A band of goblins out of a region has made its way through the Redhorn Pass to the Vales of Anduin. That sounds bad. A few goblins, don't worry me, but I'm told this forest grows larger with every passing hour. Okay, so we got to travel over to Kidzul Kala at once, and if you can't find another way to stop the invasion, Ozma has been given the authority to order you to seal the Redhorn Pass. Dum dum dum. Let's hope it doesn't come to that, but do what must be done. Okay. Do what I can. Yes, new house decor, cat tree. Actually, the cat tree we got. Oh. Well, we got the cats at the end of May. And so the cat tower came around then because, what's that?
That'd be good for in-game.
A cat tower in-game would be so amazing. Oh my gosh, that would be so cool to go with all the other cat things that they've been giving us. Like he's just sitting there. Hey, you want to come be a star? I have this chair just sitting here waiting for you. Waiting for you. Well, so he might come around later. We shall see. We shall see. And the other one is sleeping. I don't think you can see her because she's asleep. Right there. Yeah, you can't see her. She's too low. She's asleep on the on my desk. I have like a cat bed, kind of like half on my desk and half onto a TV tray. So that way she's near, but she doesn't take up my desk because that was the thing that was happening. So, okay, so this twist is never ending. You know what we do have here? Monsters in this mission will continue to join the fight until their entry point is destroyed. Oh boy. Somebody just woke up. There we go. We'll see if we can't get somebody to come up here. Casper, come here. Oh, you've got him over there. We'll give him... Okay. Aw, who's a good boy? Yes, you are. So this is Casper here. He's 6 years old. Well, he was when we got him. We got the cats in May from the shelter. So this is Casper, and the one that jumped down, she might come back up, is Cato. She likes being on my lap. So I suppose I should prepare the lap. It's like, prepare the warm band maneuver. But I have to prepare the lap maneuver. Because she's coming. When she gets to the point where she wants to be here, she is coming whether I'm ready for her or not. So what I do is I put a blanket over my lap. And then when she does her, she does the claw thing. Because she likes to do the claw thing to kind of, get her bed nice and soft. Which happens to be my lap. Then... it's a little bit less of me and whatever I'm wearing and a little bit more of the blanket. So we went online and got some nice looking but reasonably cheap blankets. So that way if she puts, holes in them or pulls strings out with her claws by mistake and whatnot, it's not that big of a deal. We can, we're okay with this. It is working as intended as they were. Y'all, what's up, mister? What's up? Hi. So Casper has a big white fluffy part here, which is fun. And then he also sits with his feet a little apart. Like, he does that, or sometimes he'll do like this. And it's like, I swear, he's like, I gotta get pictures at some point and put them in order, because he's got just about every one of those ballet moves. Like, yeah. Apart, and it's rather impressive. Our little ballet cat. You're a ballet cat, yes you are. He looks very stately too. It's really cute because he's such a derp sometimes. So it's great when he looks stately. He looks all, put together. Oh, there's a snow-covered ridge. Find a way to seal the pass and stop the goblin invasion. Hélas. Oh yeah, so let's see, New Year's. So we did Gourmetta with a friend over the week between over Christmas, second Christmas, Christmas Eve, Christmas, second Christmas, New Year's Eve, New Year's Day, all throughout that time frame. we did all sorts of stuff. So yes, a cat tree home decor. So Scrunky, yeah, that's what you're talking about. That would be really cool. That would be so cool. Scrunky says, my favorite raid excuse, cat on the keyboard. And you don't even have a cat. Do you know, I did have that the other day. It was really funny. What was I doing? Oh, I was at a Hobbit thing. I go and do like social Hobbit adventure stuff on Fridays on Laurelin. And we're standing around like this, right? And, we're just waiting. We're playing, dancing to music. So we're just kind of, hanging out. And the musicians are like up there basically, right? And all of a sudden my character starts doing this, like running into people. And I'm like, oops, I'm sorry. It's because the cat was like on my keyboard pushing buttons. It was like making me run all over the place. It was funny. So yes, Scrunky wave to you, Casper, the real owner of the house. Either you or Cato. Oh, she's back there getting a bite to eat. She's just wandering off. There she is. You can see her. And she's 8 years old. And she's the more adventurous between the pair of them in terms of anything new. So when they first came to us, she was the one who got more, was like, oh, okay, this is where we live now. Got kind of interacting with the humans, checking out the cat tree, all of those things. Whereas he was kind of following her lead. And that seems to be how they do things in general. So it's been really cute to watch them do that. She started sleeping with us and now he sleeps with us, that kind of thing. So, Scrunky says, I went to one of those Laurelin role-playing Hobbit gigs. Awesome. Actually in the queue to buy fake pipeweed and complaining about cutting in line and shoving. I about hurt myself laughing. That's awesome. Yeah, it's really, I love how creative people get with the various, things that we do when we're interacting. A couple of the hobbits, and so I'm in the Order of the Grand Matham Society, which is the group of hobbits that generally manages that the event, the Green Dragon Friday. And then we'll also have a big tree raising when we do around Yule time, there'll be a big tree raising where basically we all go to the kin house, and the cats are just looking at each other. I'll just keep scooting over. And then in the background, of course, one of the people is probably replacing one of the items in the yard with the tree. But what we're doing in the role playing is okay, everybody pull, and people are typing, oh my gosh, it's so heavy, and oh come on, we need some more dwarves to help out, and and things like that, and it's so much fun. So it's really, yeah. And then they will put together a feast. And they're like, okay, so what we have for today's meal is, and they'll list out all these different foods, and okay, these are what the starters are, and here's the main courses, and then for dessert we have this, and here's the drinks that we have. And then you walk up and you're talking to Barmy Rootnot at the Green Dragon, the barkeep there, and you're like, hey Barmy, I'd like to get a blankety blank, and then you type in there, receives blankety blank from Barmy or whatever. And it's really clever how just all these, using the words on the screen. I mean, of course, we're book nerds, right? We're playing in this, so of course we understand the power of words. But it's really neat to watch that in action with characters role playing that out and stuff. So that's a lot of fun. So, okay, so the last mission we have here is the scouts. Osma says that the scouts have brought her grave news from Growlinvarth. Gorgar's forces have seized their watch post for their own and slain the dwarf warriors. I'm told that one of the hands of Gorgar, his most vicious enforcer, led the attack. So you're to travel there, deliver the vengeance of the Gablaka, slay Gorgar's forces, and reclaim what was taken from us. Okay. So, yes, we will accept that. Scrunky says, I love Acorn stories at the Green Dragon. I know. Acorn is really, she is fantastic. She's, let me see. Okay, hang on. Our twist is Lieutenant. The commander in this mission will attempt a brutal wounding attack. Okay, I can live with that. So, Acorn is, so what happens for those who are kind of new to this whole idea is that a lot of times you'll have a character that you've created. So for example, I have Rosenbloom here on the Treebeard server. My character Rosenbloom, also I have an Adamantia. And so for me, I pretend that they are sisters. They're both hobbits. I've given them the last name of Clearwater. And so wherever I go, if I'm on another server, for example, I will often create an Adamantia Clearwater and sometimes also a Rosenbloom Clearwater and their sisters. If, you know, especially applicable to a role-playing server. Nobody really cares if it's just like Evernight or something. But I often do that where I'll have the same named character I've created on multiple servers. So that way, if there's a, you know, if there's some sort of a music event that's happening on Landreval, I can go and attend with the character that people will know me as from Laurelin, for example. And so a lot of people will do that, where they have, you know, the same named character, but on multiple servers. So like Acorn, with an E there, she's well known in like a lot of the music and, you know, entertainment kind of circles. Like she does plays and stuff like that, which is pretty cool. So it's really cool because like I know her from Laurelin, but there's other people who absolutely know her from Landreval, and who probably would also know her from, I think she's active on, is it Crick Hollow, or I forget which other was. Yeah, and so like Scrunky is Scrunky. I'm Scrunky everywhere, right? Yeah, that exactly. Like I saw, we were on Crick Hollow one day and running around doing some stuff, and I was on my Adamantia character, which was convenient because that is the character that does all of the social stuff on Laurelin. Rosenbloom, my Rosenbloom on Laurelin is more of an adventuring character, just like this. Zoal's. Ah, here's the hand. Who's going to have your head? No, we'll have your hand. Oh, let's see, Fury. Let's block that. Hello. Welcome to my aggro. Welcome to the end of my sword, or the end of my of my arrows. Ah, excellent. Dwarf Scout has arrived. See, when they arrive at the end, that makes a lot more sense. There we go. So yeah, it's so I was on Adamantia, on Crick Hollow, and I usually play Adamantia on Laurelin for the social stuff. And I saw Ponton, who is frequently at the Laurelin Green Dragon Fridays, and so yeah, so it's just kind of funny how you just, you know, you see people that you know one place, you see them another place, but it works out because you keep using the same names everywhere. Okay, so Ozma says, I'm glad you returned, no worse for the wear. The hands of Gorgar are mighty indeed, but it seems even they prove no match for you. You have my thanks. You are welcome. Okay, so that is all of the quests that we can do for these folks in here. Now, we could go over to the Wildwood and do some of those. Oh, one of these quests that we picked up from Elof over here, one was to do 3 missions today. What he wants, the other one was do that for over 4 different days. So we did 3 missions today, and now we have 3 more days that we need to do 3 missions on each of those days. You know, turn that into him. And once we've done that 4 times, that completes this other one where he'll give us 30 war marks and 400 motes of enchantment. So that's why the other thing that he had is there's nothing to do with him. And we've done all these folks because you can see they had little things. And Gloin doesn't want to talk to me. This character doesn't want to talk to me. Well, maybe he does. I don't know. I didn't actually say hi. Let's see what else we got. Oh yeah, so the quartermaster, we'd like to talk to him. This guy will give me armor. If I was looking for armor in exchange for those motes of enchantment. I usually just go with well, with drops for a while, and then eventually we'll go and make stuff. Because crafted armor is usually often some of the best. Although I think we're getting up to a point, it might have been level 75 or 80 or 85, somewhere in that range, where there's so armor that you get at the, who are those people where you learn how to do instances? Those little war camps. That's not what they're called though. But those little camps places. Those are the ones where you can, there's a set of armor there at one of them that was really good. That was like the best for, I think it was level 75. So I'll have to look into that because I got that for my character on Evernight. Maybe I'll have to go over to Evernight and take a look. So yes, Crunky says I'm going to log in when you're streaming and hit you with snowballs. You absolutely can do that. I don't mind. I do have forced emotes turned off on my character though, so you won't knock me out, thank goodness. Because yeah, I find that weird when that happens. But I do enjoy the interaction. I think it's funny. So this quartermaster will take the copper coins of Gundabad, which we have a handful of them from doing some of that other stuff. One of them gives us a return to skill here, but you do have to be level 130 in order to get that one, and the guide to, which I could use as a hunter, but I have to be level 130. So it's going to be a little while before I can, you know, get most of these things. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff. Was the adventure up here guy 140 stuff? Let's see. There's, yeah, minimum level 140. So that's like the game maximum right now. And yeah, I think that's everything is going to be 140. Oh, 131. 131. So yeah, we're not likely to be getting any interactions with those guys anytime soon. Now, the thing is I don't quite understand is where have I been getting these copper coins of Gundabad? Because I've been getting them from somewhere. And how do I, you know, like intentionally do more of that if I wanted to? And so it has to be coming from, you know, somewhere over here, I'm guessing. So I just find that interesting that, like, I'm getting them, but I don't know how. And they're not for until you're like a 140 and 130 character anyway. So, oh, you know, maybe they came from Gloin. That's possible. All right. Well, shall we pop over to the Wildwood?
Sure.
I do like those. They're a little less dwarfy, too.
There are 4 of them that are in the mines.
I mean, those are orky, not dwarfy.
Okay.
So, yeah. Now, the cool thing about these stable masters is they also have other things. So you can get back to South Bree if you wanted to, and you could get over to Mickle Delving if you wanted to. So if you didn't have, like if you were, like I have 5-minute cooldowns on my stuff, and I have bought a lot of milestones because I like being able to get around. But, you know, if you didn't have that, but you had access to one of these stable masters, you can bip yourself around really nicely. So that's kind of cool. Remember to go pick up the wrapper. Have you done the missions at the Gundabad location? Maybe. Scrunky is saying that those are they give those tokens. Not that war room that we were just at. You're talking about a different one. Oh, we're gonna start with Spalfang's stand. He's that giant, and they found him wandering around, and so we're trying to like drive him away because he's like gonna hurt somebody. And some monsters in this mission will attempt a crushing attack, wounding and stunning anyone hit. So, okay, so I've done stuff in that war room that we were just in. I'm not certain about the other dwarfy areas. Okay, so the cool thing about these Wildwood missions is they give you a horn at the beginning of them, every single one. And you've got your helper, assistant person. Now, she came up with a ring, but I'm guessing Affodil grabbed it. Now look, he's throwing boulders. He's in a grumpy mood. she's like, let's get on with it. And so you click the ring, you click the ring and she said, let's get on with it. And so then you click OK. And this giant looks quite angry. Yeah, I'm going to try to avoid his boulders. Thank you very much. But we're going to try and drive him off. It says, aid me, my pets. So yeah, so we get our little helper, which is nice. She's like a captain or something. And we each get a horn, and so we could each have a helper if we wanted. Now, my helper got lost, so hang on. I'm going to use yours for a minute. Oh, hang on. I got to click on the mission thing. This one, you still have to click on the mission reward. Okay, so I got some wood marks, so now I'm going to click on her. She says, let us return and report our success. So I'm going to travel, even though I had to borrow daffodils because mine got stuck on a tree somewhere or something. I don't know. I mean, they're like normal, like, pets. They get stuck on things. That's fine. It happens. So then I come back and here she is. And she's like, hey, finish now. Good job. Maybe now he knows this is no place for ruthless giants. So if we find him a Ruth, then he can come back. What do we want to do next? Trouble on the Brandywine. Okay, so the League of the Axe has reached out, asking for assistance in guarding Trader's Wharf while the League departs for an important mission. So they are respectful of the lands, and so we would like to assist them. So we're going to go do that. So Affodil feels like this is kind of like the flow of the story of these missions that take place here in the thing. But yeah, I mean, okay, so there's the horns. Now I have the little horn symbol here. And I can call on her. And see, it says Ally of Rosenbloom. So I run over. And she's like, do you hear that? The footsteps of men approach. Here, grab your horn if you haven't already. Our time of rest is at its end. Let us prepare ourselves for combat. The footsteps grow louder. I can hear them on all sides converging on the docks. So we're going to get into position and defend the wharf. Let's see. And now, there it is. So notice that we've got a timer over here that says 7 minutes and 55 seconds. So this is a timed exercise. Yes, Egg Arthur. Egg Arthur has joined the chat. Yes. Trouble in the Brandywine, 8 minutes minimum. Not your favorite, he says. That's fair enough. I don't mind it. Like, it's pretty chill. We're just kind of standing around waiting for people to show up. And then we, shoot at them. So, it gives me time to get a drink, stuff like that. What, the Master Tomb Reader, Robert? Oh, you were gonna, if you were one that you were gonna skip? Yeah, because it takes long. That's true. You can't make it go any faster. Like, it is 8 minutes. Now, you can, like, kind of let them accumulate, like they're starting to down at the wharf part. Like, they just show up when they show up, but you can let them accumulate. We did that one time, though, we kind of let them, and it kind of got a little out of hand. Target not in line of sight. Disagree. Hard to disagree. Egg Arthur says, chill if you're duo. Fairly stressful if you're solo with landscape difficulty. Oh, it does have landscape difficulty? Oh, I suppose it would, because we had the last one did. Yeah, chill for duo. That's fair. That's fair. There they come. Hello. Plus, we've got 2 radrils. Hey, somebody threw something on the ground by my feet.
I think extra radrils is the big difference.
Extra radrils is the big difference. Yeah, we go from like yourself and 1 radrill to 2 people and 2 radrills. Radrill. Sorry, I have an injury. I don't know if Purge Poison will do anything about it. Probably not. Yeah, but it's gone anyway. Oh, that's funny. I have an effect. Summoning horn. You are holding a summoning horn. You are carrying the summoning horn. It's right there. So I could send my Radrill away if I wanted to. Or Radhill. Yeah, like if she was annoying me or going after things in a way that was frustrating. Like that one down there, engaging in combat. So Scrunky says, sometimes I do it without the ally and no ranged attack, so melee. And that gets hairy. Arthur says, I barely get through it with my RK, Runekeeper, at Deadly +3. Deadly +3 is definitely a challenge, even with your assistant, Redville. Yeah, we bumped up our difficulty, I don't know, like a month ago or something like that, just to see what it would be like. I think we did it on stream. And it was like, what did we go to? You think, did you go to +6, now we're to +3, or? Yeah. It was definitely noticeable. Yeah. Yeah, like right now I'm still just like, pew-pew, pew-pew. It's not, yeah. It's not too difficult. I mean, we're on Deadly +0, but that's, I think, the right number for me because I like to be able to be kind of chill. Like, I like to be able to do this, right? Like, to have a conversation and play the game at the same time, or if I need to step away, like, go to the kitchen or something while we're playing. Like, I like to be able to have that kind of flexibility and not have to be, like, intense. It's really interesting. We were watching, it was a Folding Ideas video where he was talking about MMOs and kind of like the culture and what's normal and raids and stuff like that. And they were talking about, like, there's some 24-person raids, and what has become kind of normal in the culture of WoW is, and that's what they were mainly talking about was WoW, World of Warcraft, was that those 24-person raids, what has become kind of normal is to have a 25th person who isn't even in there. They're just watching it from, you know, like somebody else's stream, I guess, from somebody streaming, and like coordinating it, you know, from voice chat and video, and them being on video and whatnot. And it's just like, it boggles my mind because I quite enjoy the style of play that we do here on Lotro. And that just seemed very like, you know, one person makes a mistake and then that's 25 people that like, okay, let's start all over. And I think a lot of those large raids like that are long, right? So I don't know, the amount of, it just seemed way more serious than anything I would find enjoyable. Maybe once in a while, you know, kind of thing, but not something I would want to do on a weekly basis. That just seems a bit much. So I appreciate that, one, the culture and the community in Lotro is a lot more like chill, story-driven, you know, enjoy every level. It's not like race to the end and stop. Now, there's definitely people in Lotro that just race to the end and stop. Like, I get that. Like, you know, the people of Valar for a reason. You know, they just want to get there and not have to take the time to get there. They just want to get to the destination, not do the journey. But I still feel like there's a lot of people in the Lotro community that are journey driven, and maybe a higher percentage than in some of your other MMOs. And so I appreciate that. Like I said, you know, like we're level 72 here, and there's like, you know, I'm taking this Hobbit to Isengard. I mean, we are eventually, actually. But yeah, there aren't like people all over world chat. They're like, what are you doing at level 71? Get your butt together. Or, you know, I mean, like who cares? Nobody cares. Like, everybody's having to find time just playing the game however they want to play it. And I love too that, like, when somebody it comes along into world chat, for example, and they're like, hey, what's the best, you know, class to play? You know, hunter, warden, runekeeper, you know, whatever. They're asking those questions. And, you know, they'll get some advice like, oh, you know, I think this one's great. I think this one's great. You know, what's the best end game, you know, character type of class to play or whatever. And I mean, people will definitely have opinions. Like, absolutely, the people who play the game have opinions. Yes, minstrels or bestrels. But there will eventually be a chorus of a bunch of people who are basically saying, what do you like to play? What do you want to do? What kind of style do you enjoy playing? Because that's what you should do. You should play what you find fun to do, not what somebody else would think, you should do. And I just love the fact that that is what is normal in Lotro, is for people to say, do what you want to do, have fun. That's the point, is to have fun. I like that. I think that's pretty cool. We're done. Mission reward. And talk to your Radrill. So it was really interesting watching that video and mentally comparing that to the experience that I have with Lord of the Rings Online. And it just helped, again, reconfirm to me that I'm very happy with Lord of the Rings Online. All right. So that was trouble on the Brandywine. With Trader's Wharf still standing from the Brigand assault, the League of the Axe will certainly be thankful for our efforts. You're welcome. Which one? Oh, invaders on the Delph. Invaders. Okay, so the Free Peoples in the Wildwood have reported that the mines of Rithenset have been taken over by a group of half orcs. It would seem they have the entrances to the mine completely guarded. If the mines of Rithenset are ever to be safe, again, this group of half orcs must be removed. So go remove orcs. Okay, we'll go remove some orcs. Well, it must be getting close to my time. My tea is cold. Right. The half-orcs do not just guard the entrances. This is a mining operation as well. So first, we should find and defeat the overseers. There'll be one in each delph. And then we should also destroy what tools they've brought to excavate the mine. All right, she says, I'm ready when you are. So we need to find 2 of the overseers, defeat them, find 10 of the mining supplies and 10 of the mining carts. And there's 2 locations we're going to. So there's the East Delph, you see down here on the map, over there. And then there's the West Delph. So we're going to go one place and then we'll go back out and go with the other one. So here we are in the East. And these are scaled to your level. These missions are. So everything that's happening in here is like the enemies we're finding. They're level 72. Because we are level 72. And I don't think it's possible to change that. I think it scales to the level of the person who starts the instance, maybe? Or the highest. I can't remember. Yeah, when you play with someone of a different level, I can't remember which way it does it. We should have looked at that earlier when I was 72 and you were still 71, I think it was. Yeah. I guess if you are really interested, you can rewind this. I'll have this up on the YouTube later as well. I have a YouTube channel for Life Beyond the Shire, where I do all my Hobbity and, beyond Hobbity stuff. So yeah, I'll have the video up on my YouTube channel there later on tonight. But then this is also, so if you ever want to make comments or anything, you can always come to the YouTube channel and make comments there. Like if you were wondering about something, or if you're like, oh, hey, that thing we talked about, here's the answer, blah, blah, blah. That's hilarious. Minstrel falling from the sky. Laugh! Oh, thank you. So yes, B4 has put in the chat the link to my YouTube channel. Awesome, thank you. So this is half. So remember, we're doing the 2 delphs, right? So we just did the East Delph, and now we got to walk back out and go around and go to the West Delph. And then the mine itself is underneath between the 2. But we're not going inside the mine in this one. That's a different mission that they'll send us in there. So yes, you can always watch the video here on Twitch because I do save it into the collection. There's a collection of each of us, like, has a collection of videos, It's not intuitive on how to find that collection, unfortunately, but it does exist. Hello, Cato. How you doing, sweetie? She is coming around. And I think she's about to lay down. Yep. I'm sorry that she's a little low. She's got back claws. So you can't really see her when she's, but she's here. Yes, you are. You are here. Okay, so yeah, so we destroyed half of the stuff on the one side. Now we destroyed the other half on the other side. So they have you do that half and half dealio. So there's a little pathway down here. Yes, I will be getting creative here. Well, I can maybe take care of these supplies at least. I can gather things while you defeat things. Oh wait, I can work on defeating that guy. Cool. I still have my mouse hand free, but the keyboard is like over the cat. Okay, she's laying down now, so I just end up reaching over her and doing things on the keyboard. Sometimes she gets a little more annoyed about it than other times, but most of the time she's just like, oh, whatever. I don't know if you can hear her. She's purring. Let's see if I can get her. That's the convenient thing about having a portable mic. I can mic the cat. Yeah, it's great watching them kind of like warm up to us. Because when they first came to us, I mean, they were definitely pretty nervous about, you know, what in the world was going on. They had been with the previous owner, and I think they'd been with their previous owner like all of their life, pretty much. Like, which means that we guess that Casper, being 2 years younger than her, probably, you know, came about maybe when he was a kitten or an adult cat. We're not sure, but yeah, we think like she was in the house and then he was brought in, because when we got information about them, like the son of the guy who passed away was the one who brought them in, and he wrote up a little bit about them, answered questions that the shelter had asked, and there was something about how, like, you know, do they get along with other animals, and one of the was like, she doesn't like, it was something like ferrets or something like that, and like apparently it made it sound like there had been a ferret in the house or whatever it was at the same time as her, and she did not care for that. There was not any information about that same creature with Casper. So that made me think, okay, so she has lived with said creature, but he has not. So that's what makes me think that she was in the house first, and then he came along in whatever fashion that was. So, you know, they had lived in whatever was their environment, their normal, for, I mean, probably 6-ish years. Okay, locked down. This is the one where, oh, this is different. No, this is the same one. Okay. They've reported a group of brigands barricaded themselves in the mines of Rhythenset. So it would seem these men have all but fled from the Wildwood. If the mines are to be safe, the brigands must be removed. So we're going to go into the mines this time. Ta-da! So, you know, we clear the mine, we clear all the orcs out front, and then now we, you know, come in and... Yeah, so we kind of, yeah, Before likes doing it in this kind of order because it kind of has a flow to it. All right, she says, I see it looks as if the brigands have barred and locked themselves into the mines. This poses a more difficult task than I had envisioned. I'm sure there's a way to unlock these gates. One of these brigands must have a key. While we're here, we should also retrieve some of the goods that they have stolen. Okie dokie. All right, well, I see some stolen goods. I'm going to steal them back. All right, so I think we'll probably do this one, maybe one more, maybe not. And I will start to wrap up at that point. So after me will be B4 and doing his show Plugging Along, where he talks about Lotro plugins and does some plugin development on screen as well. That is locked. Are we missing somebody?
Spawning.
Yeah, they're not spawning. I agree.
I'm gonna run back to the entrance.
Okay. Ah, wait, I just saw somebody spawn. Okay. There's some ruffians along here, and somebody should have a key to that place. Okay, the warden might have a key. That kind of makes sense. Yay, found the key.
I'm moving too fast, and the trip line for them spawning,
Oops, there she goes.
you can get past it before.
Yeah, so what before I saying in the background there is sometimes what happens is if you come in, and sometimes they take a minute to spawn, and if you zoom in too quickly, you might get past the point where they're like, oh, you know, it's time to trigger characters to, you know, to fight against. And you might like get past that point too fast. And so it doesn't hit that trigger point for them to spawn. So sometimes you have to go back and be like, hey, we're here. And they're like, what? And then, you know, it all, that's right. So you can just run back, re-trigger the event. Then everything happens as it's supposed to. Gee. Let me grab these stolen goods. Yeah, so if there's anything else you wanted to talk about in the chat today, now is a great time to put that in there. That's so funny. I've got my general chat going on the side there, and it said that required a bent metal mace, and for some reason I read that as dice. And I'm like, you got some metal dice? How cool. That would be pretty awesome. All right, found the key to unlock the third barricade. Kada. Grab those stolen goods. Oops. Interesting. Okay, we're good. How did you find me? This is the captain. Well, we took a key off of somebody, and then we opened a gate, and then we took a key off somebody else. We opened another gate. Oh, is that rhetorical? All right. Commend your efforts. Let us return and report our success to the free peoples. Oh, I wanted to show you something. So notice how she has this shield, and she's got a sword there. You can kind of see there. There's her sword, and there's her shield. So I don't think it does it anymore. I think they changed it. But when I first respawn here, oh no, there it is again. There's her shield, and there was her little sword. So she's like standing in that same spot as me as I'm coming out of there. So it looks like, I don't know, it looks like I've grown wings sometimes. It's kind of funny. All right, you've done well. With nowhere else to take refuge in the Wildwood, this group of brigands will certainly disperse. The mines of Rhythnset will soon be safe enough for the free peoples thanks to our efforts. All right, so let's look at a looming collapse. They've reported a group of Tarkip orcs who head to the mines of Rhythnset with bombs and black powder in tow. It would seem these foes seek to collapse the mines. Well, let's go check that out then. Okie dokie. Summoning horn. Did you just want to finish going through the rest of them? Yeah, okay. Okay, so we're going to finish. Oops, hang on, I got to talk to Radwell. Must destroy each bomb and case of black powder that we find. Can't let the orcs collapse the mine. Okay. Do you have your Radwell? Oh, that is yours. Where's mine? Fair enough. Oh, Rebecca. Hello, spawns. I just remembered something I meant to put on the grocery list and forgot about. Fizzy water, so I can make more of that ginger ale with the ginger ale stuff. So I've been, you know, when you're like socializing with people and stuff and you want to have something to drink, a lot of times I drink water, or I'll drink water with lemon. Like, I like those. I don't drink a lot of soda. And, but I have found, like, hanging out at home, that sometimes, like, my stomach will be upset or whatever, but drinking ginger ale helps. And so a lot of times if we're socializing, I'll do the same thing. I'll just have some ginger ale. So a friend had noticed that and got some, like, ginger ale concentrate, basically. And so you get the fizzy water and you mix that together and make your own, you know. And then it lasts longer, and you can make it as strong or as weak as you want, more ginger, less ginger, you know, all that kind of stuff. So that's kind of cool. Hey, there's this big opening here. Wonder if we'll talk about that later. I have that in the fridge, and we got one of those. We got a bottle of fizzy water, like carbonated water, and I made it and went through it, and it was good. We were on our way out of town, and so I was like, well, we'll just leave that. Like, I finished it and did not put it on the grocery list to get another one because I wanted to, like, you know, not have it sitting in the fridge going less fizzy while we were gone. Like, that's the whole point. If the carbonation disappears, it's like, you know, then you just have sugar water, which is, I mean, on itself not that untasty either, but not exactly what I was going for. So I just remembered last night that I wanted to put it on the grocery list and kept forgetting to do so. All right, so we've only destroyed 5 bombs. No, I did not get stuff under the stairs. All right, that'll help. That'll make 6 bombs. Who gives a baby a bomb? We've got all the powder crates we need, though. Oh, here's a bomb. Nah, using that has no effect. That's right. I was starting to wonder, I was like, how did we not reach them all? Alright, we'll get rid of this one. That's 9. I'm assuming you're doing 1, so that'll be 10. Alright, cool. Return to the mine entrance. Are you kidding me? Why? Is there a story point? I don't know. Alright, normally we just go to the end, but because that's where the mission reward is. And it looks like it also is a geolocation thing on telling you that the mission is complete. Yeah, right? Cannot summon a new companion at this time. Maybe I can talk to yours. That's true. Let us return and report our success. It's okay. So you could do /pet space release. There it is. Thank you. Before I typed it into the chat there. Because that happens in these, especially when you got like these twisty turny things underground and all of that. So it's we're doing brooding.
I dismissed mine before we started the run back, actually.
Oh, smart. That's smart. Yeah, mine got caught in the twists and turns, so we lost track of her. All right, brooding. We have spiders, as you can probably guess from the name of it. And let's find out what she has to say. The spiders have certainly infested these tunnels. Let us continue. Be on the lookout for spider nests. Call their numbers. Search for brood mothers. Okay. Off we go. And in fact, where is she? That's not it. Did I lose her already? Hang on. Hang on. Oh, I've lost her already. I was going to release her, but I didn't want to get left behind. Alright, I'm following you, and then I'm going to do pet release. Did it work? Yeah, now I could press that thing again if I want to. Cool. I'm just going to let her be not with me for the moment. I think we can handle these things without her. Because mine keeps getting caught on things, so I'm not going to worry about it. Oh, I'm getting worn out. Nice. So this whole place is such a rabbit warren. It makes sense, but there's just like a lot of ups and downs, and it's very 3D, and I don't necessarily think in 3D when it comes to maps, and so it throws me off sometimes. But the nice thing is, you know, follow the undestroyed spider nests, and that helps somewhat. Oops, here's another one. And there aren't too many places where you could make a different choice, like go right or left. There's a couple of them, and then that's what throws me off. So that's not a turn, okay. It's basically a T. There's an intersection somewhere. Hang on, I'm being told. Is this the intersection? Okay. Okay, so this is an intersection. Oh, I see. It's a T intersection here. And you could go this way or go this way. It looks like we're going to the right. At least I'm hoping that's what we're doing. Okay, cool. I could see your dot on the map, but there was no clear way to get from your dot to, you know, to your dot from my dot. It's more clear afterwards. Yeah, exactly. Now that there's like a pathway on the map, see? Now we're clearing a path in the map. There we go. Now we know where we are. Oh, I should probably help out with this fight. Did we pass any thingies? I didn't, if we passed any cocoons, I didn't do them.
That's not good. That's the last one.
Oh, good, okay. Oh, we still need a brood mother, though.
Well, we've gone southeast and west. So
Okay, so now, let's see, we went, oh, now we're going all the way up here. Huh. So there, I guess, I think there's one down here and then like one up here, I think is how this works. Oh yeah, there she is. There we go, yay. Now we have to return to the entrance. Like, oh my gosh. Super easy, he says. So I think we go down that way and down this way, and then I'm not sure.
south.
And then south? Down to here somewhere. But isn't that where we found the first one?
Yeah, right by the entrance.
Right by the entrance. I just see glowy lights. Glowy lights. Mission complete. Ah, we must be close. Yay. Mission reward. Cool. Come, let's return and report our success to the free peoples. Okay. Yeah, there's, see, yeah, it took a second for her to disappear. So funny. When I first saw that, I was like, what is going on? And then I figured out it was her. I was like, oh, okay, now this makes sense. All right, now we're gonna do the Menace of Sutwarden. Been unable to regain control of the watchtower ruins of Sutwarden. Those who control the tower have a vantage point to view all of us. So we gotta go and take care of that business. So there might be a surprise attack after we finish. All right, let's call her out and see what she has to say. Yep, there it is. She says, we approach the steps of Sutwarden. Let us move swiftly through the tower ruins, destroying their banners and defeating every foe we encounter. So, we expect to find about 15 foes and 8 banners. She has really good eyes. So, oh, yes. Somebody is pointing this out in the world chat that the event Ill Omens is coming back this year. So that was an event that they did 2 years ago and I think 3 years ago. I think So we did it 2 years ago. It didn't happen last year. So 2023. So it didn't happen in 22. It happened in 21. And that's when we participated. I think it might have been a 2020 was like maybe the first time, because I think people were talking about it already and very excited about it when it happened. So at any rate, what it is, yo. There are instances. There'll be a person that you talk to, and they'll be like, hey, can you go to these instances? Like, there's trouble in these places. Can you go and, check it out today? So you go into those instances and, skirmishes. You go into those skirmishes, and some point near the end, there will be an ill omen that appears, which is like an extra boss. It's a big bad. And so you then have to deal with it. And then you finish the rest of the skirmish. So that's the basics of it. There's like tokens and things you can get. And then, oops, you're getting that one. Okay, I'll get this one. And you can only get those tokens during that. There's also a deed, at least one, associated with like completing all of the things or something like that. Like, there's a bunch of stuff to do. So we were like all crazy about it in 2021 and quite enjoyed it. So regroup near Sutwarden. Okay. So when they announced that it was coming back for 2023, we were very happy about that. And many other people will be too. Yay, there she is, trotting down the hill. Did you get the mission reward? Yeah, okay, it just disappeared. Awesome. So, in fact, let me pull up my biography. Did I update it? Yes, I did update it. So I've gone ahead and copied and pasted into my bio, like, not every single thing, but most of the things that I found most important. Attack on Cotfast. Let's see. Trouble from the village of Cotfast. Reports of provisions being stolen and forest creatures being captured. So we're going to go help out with that. So anyway, so I try to put it on my bio so that way if anybody like inspects me while I'm out and about in the world, the whole calendar is right there. So let me interact with my person here. There are many foes lurking about. I hope we can recover the stolen goods and free the forest creatures. Okay, I bet we can. So let's see, Shadowfax is tomorrow, going up to level cap 120. That's crazy. Because Shadowfax and Treebeard started at the same time. So, but they're going up every 2 months. Oh no, we did it again.
This time we don't need to.
Oh, right. We don't need to catch the spawns. Because that's not part of our thing.
We're just gonna have an easy time with it.
This will be really easy because normally there's, there's like bad guys running around here and we're just...
On their lunch break.
we got them on their lunch break.
It's tea.
I like it. It's tea time. Bye. Dooey. Yes, so all events, Lotra-wise... What's going on? Aw, that's too bad. Start at 10 a.m. server time. Everything starts at 10 a.m. server time. So like a festival, ill omens, when the server goes up, like all of that is basically going to be at 10 a.m. server time. And then when something ends, it generally ends at 3 a.m. server time. And server time is always Eastern US time. So whether you're on daylight saving or not or whatever, it's always going to be whatever they are. So just kind of peg yourself to that. And I mention that because I live in Europe, and when we do daylight saving is not always the same as when the US does it, for example. So there's times when, like right now, we're 6 hours different from US time. but there's times of the year when we're 5 hours different, and then other times when we're 7 hours different. So you just have to keep that in mind. Anyway, so yes, so Shadowfax is going up. Hobnatigans is happening at the beginning of February. And then Ill Omens also starts at the beginning of February. Half of us says we're done and then attacks everybody in town. We can leave as soon as we can get out. Yes, I agree. We just got everybody. Hang on, let me put that out of the way. Everybody came back from their lunch break and now we gotta deal with them all. That's how it goes. Yay! That's too funny. Alright, drop it down. Anyway, the schedule is also posted on the Lotro forums. Cord has a ongoing thread that's like, I don't know, 8 years old now or something. And he just updates the opening post to that every year. So he has updated it for 2023. So that's all there. Which one are you doing? Ambush or assault?
Ambush.
Okay. Crystal Bridge, ambush.
So we gotta get back there and then we can sweat this assault.
Okay.
We're coming up from the south. We passed it not fast. We're getting back to Crystal Bridge.
Yes, there we go. We're coming up from the south. Now this is one that you don't want to run in fast because when they do spawn, there's a bunch of them in this area. So we want to take our time. So she says, oh, the fire was a ruse. It was merely a campfire set ablaze by those unknown to us. I suspect someone wanted us to stray from town. But look there, the enemy attacks Trestlebridge. Quickly, we must defeat the ambush and save the town. So there they come, see? Now they've appeared.
And they all saw me.
They all saw you. Well, isn't that convenient for you? It was nice of you to gather them for me like that. Let's see. Egg Arthur says, I have a spreadsheet macro that pulls the events calendar from the sticky post and then reformats it into a presentable format for the copy paste onto all Eurotunes bios. Nice. Yeah, I've been manually doing it, the copy paste, because I don't necessarily want everything either. It doesn't all fit in the bio. I mean, he added everything this year. Like, I don't know if you noticed, but he added, which I am loving it, by the way. He added, Cord added in when Shadowfax and Treebeard go up to their next level. He added when the curator arrives and leaves, I think. Definitely arrives. He added when, like, Myrtle Mint, what I call the triplets, Myrtle Mint, Filbert Fig, and Rowan Raspberry. So yeah. They're not quite herbs, right? Because we've got a raspberry and a fig and a mint. Edibles just has a different connotation. Yes, the edible triplets. Yeah, it's not quite. The triplets. Because I figured they're like cousins or siblings, is the way I look at it. Did you already take care of those scoundrels? Thank you for the assistance. I love Aggie Digweed. She's just like, I got this. Yes. Egg Arthur says, yes, I'll either need to truncate it or be judicious as to which events to put into the bio. And that's what I did, is I didn't include any of the like Virtue XP weekends. Oh, there's a 20% Virtue XP weekend coming up though. When, this weekend?
Just before, like, the 30th. I think.
Just before the 30th. Okay. So there will be one near the end of the month. So I will try to remember to, like, tell people about that though. Because that'll be useful for those of you who might be holding on to your Virtue XP in order to get bonus out of it, which is nice. I mean, I don't know anybody who's doing that. Have you seen my shared inventory? Yeah, I have a lot of it that I'm hanging on to just for that very time. Yes, want to buy more biospaces, Egg Arthur. Totally get that. Oh my gosh, though, I was so happy that they let us buy more wardrobe space. I bought all 50 extra spaces, Like, I was absolutely, I'm like, this is why we save our Lotro points. I am prepared. It's like, this is what I have trained for, people. It was great. Yes, and I think you, I don't know if I said it out loud, but Arthur said, from an orc's point of view, all the NPCs are edible. Hum, hum, hum. Which is, yes, to be fair, that makes sense. But yeah, so I took, let's see, I've got Shadowfax and Treebeard's information. I felt like that was relevant to me. Hobnanigans, Ill Omens, Curator. The Ally Reward Track season have also been included, which is amazing. So, okay, let's travel now. So you can kind of keep track of, like, you know, how far are you? How soon do you need, you know, like, are you going to be good, or do you need to go out and do a bunch of things in order to catch what you want? Because, like, this is the legendary items reward track, and we've been doing things that earn us legendary item rewards, like experience. So I've been doing pretty well. I'm all the way up to level 80, and it tells me here it has a month and 12 days left. So I think I'm probably going to get to the top level before it ends, which is cool. But if you wanted to know, like, it's in that schedule that he's posted. And Cord posted it both in the forum and in the on lotro.com. So, oh yeah, track 4, it's the Goat Kid at the end. The legendary coffer of the Warm Winter Goat Kid. That's what the what it is. Oh, I gotta turn this in, hang on. And I have quest actions available. Ah, sweet. That finishes that. We'll take the character boost, that's fine. Thank you very much. And attack on stress, but I should get there. So we can start this.
Yeah, more quest action.
I know, right? I was like, I better get in here. Donkey track, skelly track, key track. That's cute. Okay, I gotta find the doodlebug. Festive Yule Goat Kid, is that the one? Did you get to 100 already?
No, this is
Oh, that's the other one. Oh, that's not the one you can buy at the festival?
probably.
Let's see.
No,
Hey.
that's the one you
Oh,
get
shit.
from doing 40 missions.
Oh, no.
I think. Oh, you're right. It's not.
No, you get a donkey for doing 40 missions. Okay, hang on. Festival Yule Goat Kid. Festival Yule Goat Kid is barter. Barter from the Yule Festival. Oh, you know what? It was also in the boxes. You might have got it as a Hobbit gift. Because, let's see, this one I got as a Hobbit gift. The little Sebastian there. The present-bearing pet pony. Excuse me, Tarkip. I'm looking at my pony. Let's see, this one, yeah, the Festive Yule Goat Kid. That one was a barter. Let's see. The Poinsettia Horon. Oh, I think that was a barter. I've got the little Yule Tree Huron. That one's so cute. These all crack me up, these Horons. Although, I think one of my favorites is definitely the Snow Not So Grim. And it changes, and in fact, it looks different on different people's things. So I think what's coming through the stream, well, it probably is the way it looks like to me. Okay, I was just curious. But like if I send it away and bring it back out, I think it might look different. See, the last time it had the top hat, this time it doesn't have the top hat. This one's the gloves, and it just has gloves in the nose. I thought it had a scarf. Maybe that's a different one. But anyway, I think it's pretty cute. I like the Snow So Grim. Yeah, but I call it the Snow So Grim. He's also my snoo bank. Snoo. Wait, why does she want to talk to us? That was it? Oh, that was nothing, man.
Because while you were looking at pets, we finished.
Big Force says, while you were looking at pets, we finished. So this is like, what's the real part of this game? It's the pets. Finish now. And that finishes the weekly. So I get some Bree Landwood marks. What can I buy with those? I don't even remember. I can get a banner, get a cloak. Since I ran out of wardrobe space before we got to buy 50 more, but since I previously, ran out of wardrobe space, I'm being more judicious about wardrobe items. So while this ceremonial cloak of Sutwarden, or the hooded ceremonial cloak of Sutwarden, is nice, I think I'm trying to not just like buy up everything I see from a cosmetic point of view, because what I've discovered is I don't wear a lot of cloaks. Wildwood mission earrings are pretty good for DPS. Okay, let's take a look. So I'm level 72, so level 70 earrings, vigilante. Oh, I'm wearing my other ones. I forgot about that. It's more agility, just a little more vitality. There's no critical rating. Without critical rating, it's not worth it to me. It's not worth it. Yeah, I'm such a fan of critical rating. I love it. I love having critical rating on a hunter, because if you can get those crits up, it's just like, you know what I mean? It's really worth it. So I do that. Yeah. Okay, let's see. I have the steed. I have the horn. I have the horn. I'm not gonna worry about those. More earrings. Oh, okay, and then the earrings just go on. Okay. So yeah, so I have everything from her that I want to get. What hat's that guy wearing? That's a cool hat. Nice job, Jumbo. Let's take a look at that hat a little closer. Oh, yeah, you can see it slip up me there. Look at that guy's horns. Those are cool, huh? The little horns come around. That's pretty neat. Nice. All right, let's see. If I talk to, is it the quartermaster? Is that a different, oh, it might be a different token. Let's see, I have the guide to Trestlebridge, so I can get my party here, which is fantastic. Yeah, so that's a really cool thing too. So, where's the Wildwood? Here we are. So Trader's Wharf, which is the one that's kind of further south, and then Trestlebridge, which is further to the north. Both have a guide to skill that a hunter can buy, a travel to skill that anybody can buy, and then the muster skill for, I think that's wardens, is that right? So once you get enough, like if you go and you do enough quests in the area, you get, you can consume the reputation, you can consume these things, these tokens, for reputation. And then, so once you get yourself a reputation, high enough rep, then you can buy those things. So I have the guide to Trestlebridge, so I, as a hunter, can bring all my people over, which is really cool. I love being able to do that. So we didn't actually have to take the Stable Master. I could have just taken this here. But you can also get Return to if you want, just like to be able to do it yourself. If you don't have a hunter, hanging out with you. And then, yeah, or if you're a warden, you can get your own muster, which is like Return to, in that regard. So let's see, Wildwood themes is music. The Wildwood music is actually really nice. I might already have that one. And then let's see, we've got jewelry, crayons. Oh, there's another tome, which I have, that pet. Oh my gosh, the Wildwood root whistle is funny. Affodil has it. Maybe not on the server though, but it summons out roots that just kind of like, those roots that stick out of the ground and like hit you. It summons out giant ones of those, but they don't hit you. So at least there's that. Or I can get a shed, an outbuilding, a wheelbarrow, some wood. That's funny. Come here, do a bunch of stuff, get 10 logs of wood. That's a funny idea. Okay, so a reminder, that if you are ever curious, what does a housing item look like this outbuilding, like how big is the outbuilding? It's actually a significant size, if I recall correctly. The workman's shed. Oh, I think I have that outbuilding. Hang on, I think I can show you that outbuilding. But if you ever want to know what does it look like, you can go to the Deco de Miu website, and I'll put that back into the chat. And it has every housing item that's in Lotro on the website. So it's a really great resource if you are ever curious, like what does something look like, so that way you can get a better idea of how you want to decorate your house. Easier to get to level cap and then use delving for random tier wood, right? Yeah. Yeah, buying wood for those marks seems a little strange. Oh, whoops, I was going to show you the outbuilding. This is inside. This would be an in-building. Ha! Let me see if I can... I have to face it. I can't turn around yet. Okay. Oh, I think that's the Wildwood music in there, though. Anyway, there's the woodcutter's stone outbuilding that you can buy. So that is like a pretty fair size, really. So... Anyway, all right. Are you about ready to start your 5 minutes? Awesome. All right, then I'll wrap it up here. All right. Oh, and Dame Hypatia just arrived. Good evening. Welcome. So I am wrapping it up. We've been doing missions all day and running around. Oh, I still have haunted trees in this yard. I probably should update what I've got in this yard. Silly me. Oh, well. Yes, Megan says, thanks for the stream. Have a nice week. Thank you as well. You too. Yeah, I hope everybody's having a great beginning of their 2023. It's been nice and relaxing for us, so hopefully it will continue to do that. I finished up a couple more crochet projects, so that was cool. I made my hat. I haven't washed this yet, but I made my hat, and I've been wearing it out in the cold. So that's been pretty awesome. And now I'm trying to decide what I'm making next. So in between, but I have another project. I just don't have the yarn for it. So, but I do have yarn, so I could start a different project in the meantime until I have the yarn for that other project. Anyway, I'm going to wrap it up. Next Tuesday, I'll be back here as per normal. Yeah, I think I'm here pretty much every Tuesday. I can't think of any times that I have off in the near future that I mean like I need to be gone for some reason. So I will be here every Tuesday at 11:30 a.m. Eastern U.S. time, because that's like 5:30 p.m. my time. Yeah, we'll be just running around Middle Earth doing our fun stuff as usual. Coming up next is B4 with his plugin along stream, talking about Lord of the Rings online plugins. So feel free to stick around. I'll be in the chat. I'm going to grab some pizza, actually, and then I'll be in the chat hanging out with the rest of you. So if you want to talk about anything, I'll be around also. All right, have a great rest of your night. And of course, remember to stay connected to that Hobbit side of your heart and take care of each other out there. All right, thanks. Have a great day. Bye-bye, everybody.